Lagena has discovered a new clue that could finally prove the Oak Island treasure is real. The discovery is not just another old artifact, but a strange symbol linked to ancient European history. The team discovered a cross with 4 dots in an ancient Italian church wall, which was a marker used by the Templars to highlight significant locations. This discovery holds a purpose far greater than anyone expected, and what follows will leave you speechless. Digging deeper into the church's history, it became clear that this place had once been a sanctuary for the Knights Templar, the same group believed to have transported unimaginable wealth across the world. Their things had been hidden in symbols, waiting for the right eyes to uncover them. Rick and his team were doing this because they knew that every new clue comes with its fair share of questions. If the host stone truly carries the same markings as this ancient Italian church, then the Templars not only made their way to Oak Island, but they might have left something behind, something worth hiding. The deeper you dig into Oak Island's history, the more obvious it becomes that something big is buried there. However, history has a way of protecting its greatest treasures. Over the years, countless traps, cave-ins, and strange accidents have plagued every attempt to uncover the truth. Could it be that these obstacles weren't just accidents? Could there be an ancient force, or even modern-day power, keeping the treasure hidden? If the markings in that church prove anything, it's that the Templars had a master plan, and it didn't end in Europe. As the team uncovers more clues, the real question is, who else knows about this? If the Freemasons have been watching, guiding, and stopping past treasure hunters, then what does that mean for Rick Lagena and his team? Are they closer than anyone before them? And if so, will they be allowed to uncover the final truth? The host stone is one of those things, a carved rock that might just be more than it seems. Some say it's a symbol, others think it's a clue. But what if it's something much bigger? The clues keep adding up, but now they lead far from Oak Island, to a place where the past has been hiding for centuries. The Lagena brothers and their team have been searching for answers about the mysterious Templars, who were rumored to have hidden treasure on an island off the coast of Canada. They have discovered connections between the underground tunnels of Camerano in Italy and the Venus Cave in Osimo, which is an underground chamber with an entrance shaped like the lead cross from Oak Island. The team is intrigued by the connection between the two cave systems, as they believe they are hiding sacred relics that were too dangerous to keep in Europe. This could be a sign of treasure, knowledge, or something even more dangerous. If true, Oak Island is not just about gold, but something that could change history. Another shocking revelation is the discovery of an ancient carving that looks a lot like the one found on the host stone, discovered on Oak Island in the 19th century. This new symbol, a circle with a dot, has been spotted on the host stone and now appears again in Grand Simone. Some believe it's a sign for gold, while others they did not. For centuries, the Catholic Church and European monarchs sought to erase the Templars, accusing them of heresy and greed. But was it really about faith, or something far more valuable? Something worth hiding? Something worth rewriting history as we know it? Many believe that the true motivation behind the Templars' persecution was to seize their vast wealth and sacred relics, treasures that included the legendary Ark of the Covenant. Back on Oak Island, the presence of a Templar-era cross raises even more questions. If the host stone's markings match symbols found in Morimondo Abbey, it's possible that the Templars had knowledge of the New World long before Columbus. If they made it to North America, what exactly did they bring with them? The Lagena brothers have discovered a massive underground structure on Oak Island, which could change history forever. They are digging deeper into the legendary Money Pit, which has been marked as highly suspicious by previous searches. Old records hint at hidden structures below, and recent groundwater tests have pointed to traces of gold and silver beneath this level. However, history has taught them that hope alone doesn't guarantee success. As they dig deeper, wooden beams start surfacing, sparking fresh debates among the team. At 110 feet, more pieces of wood emerge, some showing markings, Roman numerals etched into their surface, indicating someone long ago was working underground with a level of organization that suggests purpose. The massive steel tube keeps sinking deeper into the ground, forcing its way through layers of earth and stone. At 160 feet, tension is unbearable, and the team knows this depth has led to incredible discoveries in the past. Some believe they are about to reach a hidden chamber, possibly a treasure vault sealed in thick concrete. However, the entire operation comes to a halt when the steel casing hits something solid, causing the earth beneath them to collapse. Panic spreads as the team realizes they must first understand the island's long and troubled past. The Money Pit legend was born in 1795 when a group of young men, led by Daniel McGinnis, found layers of logs neatly stacked every 10 feet. They made it down about 90 feet and found a big stone covered in symbols, but it vanished. The deeper they dug, the more problems they faced: flooding, collapses, and frustration. In the mid-19th century, the Truro Company began drilling into the pit of Oak Island, a tiny island in Canada. They discovered wooden platforms, soft metal, and coconut fibers, hinting at something bigger. In 1897, a small scrap of parchment with the letters VI written on it was found, hinting at documents, treasure maps, or important records. In the early 19th century, William Chappell and his team found an axe, fluke anchor, and miner's pick traced back to Cornish miners. Robert Dunfield arrived in 1965, digging a massive hole but finding nothing. In the 1970s, the Triton Alliance drills deep, but the footage is too murky and the hole collapses. The Lagena brothers arrive with cameras, high-tech equipment, and a mission to solve the centuries-old problem. They find some things, such as a lead cross, a stone road under a swamp, a garnet brooch, and wood from deep underground, hinting at man-made tunnels. Soil testing shows high amounts of silver below the money pit, which could mean treasure. Rick Lagena and Marty Lagena, the stars of The Curse of Oak Island, were obsessed with the idea of buried treasure and the unsolved nature of the island. They bought a controlling stake in Oak Island Tours Inc., the company that owned most of the island, and their efforts became a full-blown television show. Rick was the heart of the story, while Marty was the brains behind the operation.
5. Lots 8, 24, 31, 32, 30, 6, and 7. However, his connection to the money pit's discovery was not normal, as he had no connection to the discovery. In 2016, metal detection expert Gary Drayton and Oak Island historian Charles Barkhouse decided to dig into Lot 24 in search of clues that might unlock the Oak Island treasure mystery. They found coins, and as they scanned the property, pieces of history began to surface, hinting at something much bigger. Evidence suggested that British military encampments were established on the island during the 18th century, years before Samuel Ball's arrival. Fred Nolan, a treasure hunter, believed that Oak Island wasn't just about the money pit, it was part of a British military operation. He gained traction after purchasing 7 lots on Oak Island in 1963 and became fascinated with man-made stone markers scattered across the island. According to Nolan, these markers suggested not only the creation of the money pit, but also the burial of smaller treasure caches all over Oak Island. The 7 Years' War, a global conflict fought between 1756 and 1763, spread across continents, from West Africa to India and the Caribbean. After the British sacked Havana, they set sail for Halifax, traveling up the North American coast. This theory suggests that multiple treasure caches were hidden across the island, and Samuel Ball's property might have been a key hiding spot. In 2015, treasure hunter Jack Begley stumbled upon an unusual point sticking out on Lot 6, suggesting that it might have been used as a cover or back wall for something. Samuel Ball's connection to Oak Island grew even more mysterious with every discovery, as investigators turned their attention to his homestead, suggesting that his legacy might hold answers hidden just beneath the surface. In 1921, Rick and Marty Lagena discovered an anomalous void or possible tunnel near the foundation of Samuel Ball's home on Lot 25. Archaeologist Laird Niven secured a permit for further investigation, believing that Samuel's choice of Lot 25 could have been intentional due to his knowledge gained during his time in the British military. As the team continued their investigation, more questions arose about Samuel Ball's wealth, his property, and his sideline business. Samuel Ball's house was built during the 18th century, making it rare for someone of his background. The discovery led to the discovery of a hidden tunnel beneath his home, which was solidly built but appeared empty when a camera was inserted into the void. Further investigations revealed that Samuel Ball's property was not just a home, but an operation, with multiple outbuildings scattered across the land and extensive cleared land. In 2025, a fabric artifact was found while sifting through spoils removed from the homestead, which turned out to be part of a British Navy jacket. The estimated time period for this discovery is 1804 to 1825. One of the most significant discoveries tied to Samuel Ball's life is a gold-gilded Master and Commander Officer's button from the British Royal Navy. This button, which was responsible for loading Royal Navy ships, is considered significant as it ties Samuel Ball directly to the British Navy after the discovery of the money pit. Some speculate that Samuel Ball was trading with the British Navy, keeping his connections and involvement with them. Another clue in the investigation was a well on Lot 26, which never froze, no matter the temperature. Geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner and archaeologist Laird Niven collected water samples and organic materials from the well, which were found to be one of the only silver hits outside the money pit. This raised a tantalizing possibility of the tunnel under Samuel Ball's homestead being connected to this mysterious well. Samuel Ball, a renowned landowner and enslaved teenager, was a significant figure in the history of Oak Island, Nova Scotia. His extraordinary life, including his wealth and property, has left an indelible mark on the island's enigmatic history. In 2022, while investigating the waters surrounding Oak Island, a team uncovered the remains of a massive stone wharf, which was larger than what a humble cabbage farmer would need for offloading crops. Some speculate that Samuel Ball built the wharf as part of a lucrative contract with the British Navy, supplying cabbage to prevent scurvy on their ships. Others wonder if it served a more secretive purpose, possibly linked to smuggling or even safeguarding treasure. The possibility that Samuel Ball was more than just a farmer grows stronger with each discovery. Some believe he might have been entrusted by the British military to guard the treasure on Oak Island, ensuring it remained safe until the Crown could reclaim it. Naval buttons found on his property suggest he maintained ties with the military, and the scale of his operations point to activities beyond farming. By the time of his death in 1842, after over 60 years on the island, Samuel Ball had amassed not just wealth and property, but a shroud of mystery that endures to this day. His extraordinary life continues to captivate historians and treasure hunters alike, leaving an indelible mark on Oak Island's enigmatic history.